Hello, my name is Ben Munyati Panon, and today I'll be talking about curating features for creativity on Instagram. First, what is Instagram? Instagram is an app where users can share photos from their lives and follow other users to see what they post. Instagram also has secondary features for messaging, shopping, and temporary 24-hour posts. Who uses Instagram? Instagram is used by a wide variety of audiences, ranging in every type of demographic. Instagram users range from middle school students to even large companies like Microsoft. It's the primary photo sharing social media platform. But what's wrong with the current product? First, inefficiency, which is a usability issue. It's difficult to post a photo to your profile without it appearing on other people's feeds first. Private posting is possible on the current platform, but it's tedious and takes much more time than regular posting. As you see in the video, you would have to archive your post, wait a few days, and unarchive it, which is a really difficult process for most users. One of the lack of feature issues is a lack of creative design options. Posting is linear, so there's no way to arrange the photos on your feed other than chronologically. For instance, if I wanted to switch these two posts, I would have to delete all three of these posts for it to come up here, which isn't what I want. How should the interface be redesigned to fix these problems? First, I did some user research by asking some students in UW. Some of the best responses I got are from Olivia Peterson, who said, Instagram is pretty fun. I just don't like posting sometimes because I don't want it to show up on everyone's pages. Or Christy Lee, who said, I wish there was a feature that let me make my profile more custom to me. I don't know, I just think it's a little bland. So to fix it, I started with a rough sketch of what I kind of wanted it to do. And I was able to kind of fix it up and make it into a more easily read graphic. So here's my proposed fix for moving photos on your feed. First, you would hold down on the photo that you want to move, and then you would slide it to the place where you wanted it to be, and it would switch those two photos. And that way, your posts aren't restricted to the chronological order they're currently in. For my fix for posting privately, you would just use the normal post button, and the menu would come up. But as you see, there are a bunch of options. I would add an option to post privately. That way it would appear on your profile, but not on your feed. And you could create pretty pictures like this without it spamming everyone's newsfeed. So some of the limitations would be accessibility. If users aren't able to hold down on the screen, this would cause them to not be able to use that feature. An alternative method could be voice control implementation. And another limitation is the learning curve. Users may be confused with the new features at first, and there might be backlash, but to mitigate this, Instagram could release a graphic educating users on how to use these features. An alternative to this redesign would be to create other ways to customize your profiles, such as changing the color of your border or being able to edit your bio in different ways. And for the private posting, you would have to use the alternative method mentioned earlier in the presentation. So who is affected by these changes? First, the direct stakeholders, regular Instagram users who use Instagram to connect with friends and share moments from their lives, influencers and companies who make their living on Instagram and need it to generate buzz and interest in their account or personality, and Instagram online businesses who usually use it quite literally as their storefront. This would be a less serious change for the regular Instagram users, as it's more of a fun account customization option. But for influencers and companies, this is a serious change, as it will change how they use Instagram, and focus will shift to complete profiles rather than individual posts. And lastly, it will also be a serious change for Instagram online businesses, as it will offer a new variety of ways to display their goods and services, and can even create a completely new shopping experience on Instagram. Some of the indirect stakeholders are influencers and companies who do not prioritize using Instagram. These indirect stakeholders may not be using Instagram because they're more popular on a different platform, like Wendy's being more prevalent on Twitter. Or another indirect stakeholder is other social media platforms. All the social media platforms are constantly competing for screen time, so they'll need to be analyzing to optimize their platform. Lastly is news outlets. These stakeholders keep track of any big events or changes in society. And since Instagram is such a large social media platform, this change might be noted by them. If the feature is successful for influencers, those who make their living on social media may have to create Instagrams to keep up with the current trends if they don't already have one, or be more active on it. For other social media platforms, they may try to duplicate the feature if it's successful on Instagram first. If it's not successful, they'll know not to waste their resources and time on developing that feature. Lastly is news outlets. If the feature is successful, it may be reported on by the news as a new way Instagram can be utilized. But due to the affordances of this feature, there could also be negative news reports about alarming or newsworthy posts. I believe that the overall impact of my redesign will change the way that Instagram is used, elevating it from a generic photo sharing platform to one where creativity is encouraged and everyone's profile can reflect who they want to be portrayed as. Thank you.